But yeah, I mean, speaking of former North American champions, so GCW Evil Deeds was on Friday the 12th. Friday night, part of their weekend package, of course, the night after, which unfortunately I haven't been able to watch yet. It's just been a bit too busy. But the following day was the Nick Gage Invitational. I think it's the 6th one that they've done. But yeah, Evil Deeds was the pay-per-view from Detroit. Of course, one of the build matches on there was Alex Shelley, hometown talent, taking on Matt Cardona. But yeah, the North American, obviously, just some takeaways from this show, because, of course, this was the, in-ring GCW debut for Leon Ruff.
Oh, yeah. And
part of a scramble match, which was really enjoyable.
What, like the old Championship Scramble from 2008? Or was it it's like the whole, like Mania 2000 hardcore match?
It's a multi-man match.
Right.
First pinfall or submission takes the win.
Oh, okay.
But it was Leon Ruff, Cole Radrick, Yo-Ya, Chase Burnett, Braden Lee, Nate Webb. Nate Webb cooking in the kitchen.
Okay.
He's a chef. But yeah, Nate Webb, he had a good intro as well. He's coming out in the entrance, taking everyone out during the entrance. So there's nothing sort of says pro wrestling more than a guy coming out to Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag and throwing people around ringside.
Well, the Young Bucks in an indie show did come out to Hanson.
Yeah, that's the Young Bucks. Nate Webb had fucking both up.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
No, it was really enjoyable. Leon Ruff takes the win on that one, but that was a really good match. There's a few takeaways from the show, really. There was, of course, we've got the ongoing rivalry at the moment between Cardona and what seems like the entire GCW community. Put out a tweet while I was watching as well, just to say, GCW really delivering tonight. Side note, Matt Cardona is effing great. So, yeah, sorry, not sorry. Matt Cardona retweeted, and he put that he is the best thing in professional wrestling today. That is not an In Gimmick Tweet.
It's one of the best things.
And so Chelsea Green's actually at this show too, in a match with Ali Catch, which we'll touch on in a moment as well. But yeah, so no title on the line in this one. And actually Cardona takes the L. So Shelley does pick up the win for this one. But yeah, I mean, one of the best then, you think? Yeah,
because he would have, I bought the shirt 10 years ago. That's how crazy this thing is. And then, yeah, to think he won the GCW title, and then all of a sudden it's like, out of nowhere, this guy is probably the best thing outside of the big promotions. Outside of the
big promotions, yeah, I'd say certainly. I think Cardona is. I don't know if I don't know what the right sort of term for Cardona is. Like, I don't know if he's underappreciated. I don't know if that's the right way to maybe describe it. But I think, based on really, when you take a deep look at actually the impact that he's having right now, particularly on GCW, it's doing wonders for them as a company. And it's great. And he's such a good heel because he represents everything that they stand against.
Yeah.
And he really does know how to work that crowd, man. I mean, there are people there. There were people booing him because, it's fun to boo him. You're having a good time. You're at a wrestling show. Awesome. But there are some people, they despise the man. And it's awesome. Like, he knows the role. He gets it. He comes out with "Get the Effie Out," but full on, like the font was there and everything, and reciting the lyrics of "Lose Yourself," Eminem. People not too much of a fan of that.
Oh, so he wasn't doing his song Broski.
No, he wasn't. But he gets it. He just gets it, and he took the loss, and it was quite funny. Chelsea, there's interference, got some shithousery towards the end of the match, but Chelsea Green comes out, Ali Catch comes out, Effie comes out, Cardona takes out Ali Catch with a clothesline, Effie takes out Chelsea Green with the Rough Rider.
Yeah.
Although now it's called Effie calls it the Sack Rider, which is amazing.
That makes sense, actually, when you think how that move is done.
It's really cool. I like it, and it's one of the most interesting things. And one of my biggest disappointments of the year, although it makes sense, but one of my biggest disappointments of the year is that Cardona isn't still the GCW champion. It was fantastic, that run.
Yeah. Who beat him again? Was that Moxley?
Mox has taken the GCW title off of him, yeah.
And he's still champion, isn't he?
Still champion. Obviously, when Mox is better and can return to the ring, then, we'll see what happens there. But Cardona's been, I think, really, really good for GCW. But, the show wasn't all revolving around Cardona. So, like I say, the scramble match was excellent. Opened up with a good tag match, which I really enjoyed. Matthew Justice and Effie take the win on that one. But I think main event-wise, obviously, you get your 2 death matches. And some of it leads... Obviously, the women's one was Charlie Evans versus Rina Yamashita. Charlie Evans, 24 years old, from Australia.
Really?
I think Rina Yamashita, I think she's a deathmatch, Japanese deathmatch legend. And she was competing the night after in the Nick Gage Invitational. So I'm not sure, again, I've tried to avoid all the spoilers for that, actually, but I'm not sure how that's all played out. But yeah, this was really good. The Light Tube fan came back out.
I saw that.
Rina comes out with that, and that was an awesome shot with that. But they really did, go all out for it, and, crowds into it, watching at home, you're into it. Really, really entertaining stuff, man. And again, like, deathmatch isn't for everybody, but, if you're watching GCW, then that's what you're going to get. So you either... you're into it or you're not. But yeah, really, really good. I think Yamashita takes the win on that one. Again, that's a good thing, really. She's the one going into the next night, so she goes into that looking strong.
Yeah.
The main event for the night, though, Musashi, Takeda and Alex Colon taking on G-Raver and Jimmy Lloyd. This was, this was balls to the wall stuff. This was great. G-Raver, obviously, and Jimmy Lloyd have had a bit of a history together. And... yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. But then, anytime seeing Takeda in there is always a good time. But, they start the match off with the light tubes, attach the ropes. Doesn't take long before people start going into it.
Oh, yeah.
G-Raver hits a good move from I don't know what you'd call it, but it was like the top of something in the room towards the end of the match. It got pretty bloody pretty quick. But, yeah, exactly, if deathmatch is your thing, you would have got your money's worth with it. But a funny story coming out at the end of that one was Takeda's got the scissors that he comes out with.
All right.
The big scissors. And he uses them in the match, but apparently somebody has stolen his scissors. Couldn't find them. So somebody's nicked them after the show, and he was understandably pretty annoyed about it.
That's dangerous, even for death matches.
Well, I know, but it is a shame, because the GCW community, by and large, I do think they support each other. It's a pretty decent fan base in terms of everybody sticks together. Yeah. It's a shame though stuff like that happens, but it can't be a reflection on everybody and the whole community. But sometimes there's one idiot that just has to do something stupid. So
yeah.
But overall though, really good. And GCW is just one of those promotions that's come out swinging this year.
I'd put it in if you had to name a top, if you had the big, because in music, like in metal music or whatever, there's a top 4 of like bands or whatever. I'd probably say they are close to the top 4 in wrestling, as in like they're getting their name out there. I've always known about them, but in the last year or so they've become probably bigger than maybe Ring of Honor. And
I think getting the big names in does help that. But I think you might be right. I think the Ring of Honor comparison's spot on.
Because CCW, that's on the down.
CCW was quite good here, but obviously back in the day, Sky Sports, you had the wrestling channel, and CCW was one of the featured slots on there. So you would get they have the exposure, I suppose. Over here,
but they're not as well known as they used to be.
Not so much now. But then even you've got XPW as well, and even then
come back.
Only just come back. So we see how they're going to stack up, going forwards.
Yeah, but apparently that was a failure. And their return show.
Because I haven't seen it. Yet.
And unfortunately, Brian Cage was involved, so he's not having the best of luck at the minute.
Yeah, I know. Poor Brian. But yeah, no, GCW definitely stand out this year. And yeah, for those who are interested, of course, in the Detroit area, they confirmed that they are returning there on January 14th, 2022. So not too long to wait.
Do you think they'll come to the UK?
There's definitely a market here for it, but it's the cost, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to get everybody over there. You got to get everything over there.
And death matches in the UK's not really been a thing, but I'm sure if there was to say we'll come to the UK, there'd be an audience.
There are promotions here, and guys do come over. It's just, but to bring an entire US based promotion over, you know, there's a reason like an AEW hasn't already done it, and that's not just the pandemic, but there's a reason they haven't already done it. There's a reason Impact have barely done it, and and you think of how much money WWE takes in a year.
Yeah,
you know, they only come over twice.
Yeah, because Impact used to do it twice.
Yeah,
but then the last time I remember it was probably like near the end of the Hogan era. Really, was the last time I remember them coming over.
But yeah, I mean, really good stuff. But yeah, just to go back, talk about the Chelsea Green segment as well. Again, now she's going to be, looks like a bit of a player there as well.
Wow, a player boy.
Really good though. Again, Ali Cat, she come out, cuts the promo before, and everybody started off straight away, shut the fuck up, chants and stuff. And she's like, no, give me a chance. But hands in a cast. And obviously, you go by, obviously she had the arm injury in WWE that took her out for some time, and she had the arm injury in Impact as well. Yeah. So she's playing on that again. So I can't wrestle tonight, but I'm looking forward to doing it again some other time. You know, is the basic gist of that promo. But then, you know, Ali Catch takes the mic and she's going to say something, and Chelsea takes off the cast and decks her, and then we get into a match. But yeah, Ali Catch picks up the win there as well. So it's fine. You know, it sent the crowd home happy because the heels, the people that they really dislike, got their asses handed to them. And sometimes that's just what you need, isn't it? It's as simple as that.
Definitely.
It's as simple as that. But Cardona, the greatest thing in pro wrestling today, and it's not an In Gimmick Tweet.
Well, apart from the fact he likes us.
He has no idea who we are.
No.
But yeah, no, it was awesome.
3 men, 1 ball. I did it.